not picking them to win the division. I like the Jets. Or
well, it doesn't matter what. You like the Jets no matter what.
But even if I'm not all in on the Jets, I would take a shot. I like the number better with the Dolphins, to be quite honest with you guys. If Tua could stay healthy, which I know is a big if.
Yeah.
You know what the offense is going to be. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Maybe they end up with Dalvin Cook. Mike McDaniels is the play caller. And defensively, we'll see what Jalen Ramsey has left in the tank. But the secondary is going to be better. The pass rush is going to be better. I would probably take a shot with them, with the Dolphins over the Bills. I'm not fading the Bills or anything like that, but it's not a team I'm looking to back or set my money up for the next couple months.
Yeah, I agree. The Bills feel like a team that's window is closing faster than it should.
Yeah, it does.
And if Stephon Diggs isn't happy, one, they're not going to trade him for money or practicality reasons, but he's all they have, receiver-wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they just drafted that kid, that tight end, Kincaid. But, like, he's not going to be the focal point of the offense. Yeah, I mean, this is a team that has, like you said, organically built, which is what the new CBA wants these players and these teams to do. They're all under contract. They're not really that heavily over the cap. I think they're only $12 million over the cap or something like that. They've got Bruce Brown, who's making like $6.5, who will probably get 10. They can keep everybody there. They get multiple draft picks from OKC so they can get some cheap players to develop as well. Yeah, like Denver's a monster. They are built the right way. And what we've seen now, because it was the number one thing that we all worried about, two things. One, what are the non-Jokic minutes like? And two, can this team defend? Can they stop the nosebleed? The answer, yes, yes. So, yeah.
The Jets probably are going to be like our Mets and disappoint like our Mets have done this far in the season. So best of luck to your Jets, and I hope you get the Super Bowl tattoo because it's probably going to end up like everybody else that ever got the Super Bowl tattoo. But can the Nuggets repeat? Potentially. I think that, they have the offense. Like, they have the offense. It's the defensive side of the ball that they got to figure out. They went on a great defensive run in those finals. Like, to hold the Miami Heat to under 100 points in that many games, like, that was a great defensive run in those finals. And guess what? You did it with Michael Porter Jr. on your team. That's what you had Michael Porter Jr. on your team, and you did it. Guess what? If you had any hope of Michael Porter Jr. learning how to play defense in his career, it's gone. Sounds like Phoenix has an opening. So Phoenix has an opening at point guard. So, I mean, maybe he says, let's run it back one more time in a new city and a slightly less toxic environment. We can leave that off air for another time. But no, I think that honestly, truly, Kyrie Irving's been talking about LeBron for too long.
Yeah.
He's been talking about him for too long. At this point, everybody's kind of convinced themselves that it's not going to happen because they can't afford Kyrie or anything like that. Kyrie Irving has made enough money in his career that if he goes for a vet minimum, he would not care just to be able to play LeBron and actually be happy in the location that he's in. Kyrie Irving is that guy where he doesn't care where he's at. He just wants to be happy where he's at. And right now, through everything he said, through all the good words he said, I'm happy playing with LeBron. So I'm just going to assume that he decides to take a much, much lower pay cut and go play with LeBron James and the Lakers because D'Angelo Russell proved in that last series that he is not going to be their point guard in the future.
I love Tyrrell Hatton, and there were 60s like a week ago. I stared at them. I should have bet them. Now it just feels too short. Now he's kind of in a place I don't want to be. But for the top 20, it makes sense. I will say this, Trista. This course, it seems like, of anything, you're going to have to keep your composure, right? Like, you're going to have to – bad things are going to happen to you, and you've got to just be able to, like, smile and keep on keeping on, like I hope a Finau or Hovland can. Tyrrell Hatton can carry that. Like, he can. He's shown an ability to do it. But just last week, the course was pretty easy. But there was a 4-hole stretch that every hole played over par, and it got the worst of everyone 3 through 6. And I watched Hatton play that low set of holes 3 under on Sunday. So it almost seems like when things are more difficult, he'll rise to it. I'm a huge Hatton fan. If he does it, I'd be thrilled. I'm in on the top 20, but I'm a little cautious with how short the outright number has gotten.
There's not as many in the NBA like big names that it's not like 2010 that are hitting free agency this offseason, but there's a lot of names that certainly could be available, whether it's free agency or trade, that can make a huge difference. I mean, Kyrie Irving's one of the big ones. Fred VanVleet. I think Fred VanVleet is a great fit for the Clippers, for the Suns, for the Celtics, for any of
For
like
the
any
Magic.
team. I mean, like, yes, our Magic. For our Magic. But that if I'm a team that needs a guard, like that's the first guy I want is Fred VanVleet. Not Kyrie Irving, not Max Strus, not D'Angelo Russell. I want Fred VanVleet.
She had this whole day planned, and I had this day planned where I was going to go golfing, but I woke up and I didn't really feel like golfing. I was sore. I have arthritis in my hip these days, guys.
Yeah.
We've heard.
Because I was having a little bit of a day. So.
Did you go to Las Vegas?
So I bet my college football too.
I'm like, the closest MGM to Napa is in Las Vegas.
I
left
left too. I was like, wait a second.
I
here.
woke up at 4:15 a.m.
It's like longer than a couple hours.
I woke up at 4:15 a.m. and I got back at 2:35 a.m. and my wife was not mad at all because of all the money that I won, and I got to play all my college football.
I'm looking up to see how far it is.
We need to see how far that drive is.
But then, of course,
9 hours.
totals.
It's
for
9 hours.
9 hours? You did not drive 9 hours.
You took a hot air balloon. Don't worry about it.
You flew?
No, I didn't fly. No, I drove.
You drove 9 hours from Napa?
I didn't drive 9 hours because we weren't in Napa that night.
Oh, got it. You were like in like Bakersfield
we
or
did
something.
we did like a whole little tour.
Okay, where did you drive from?
But
Santa Barbara?
Yeah, I did.
Reno.
Well, I drove.
Huh?
It was a 4-hour.
Reno.
You drove from Reno?
yeah.
It was a 4-hour and 3-minute drive. I
Okay.
don't even remember where I was, but 4 hours and 3 minutes.
To
is how
Reno
long-
or to Vegas?
to Vegas?
This is amazing.
Yeah, so you were in Santa Barbara probably.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 hours and 3 minutes ish, and I hit a little bit of traffic, but it ended up working.
That's
Well, listen,
incredible.
here's the thing. If you had done that and then not won, that would have made it an
Yeah,
awful drive back. That
for-
drive back must have been amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was something. It was a lot of fun, and
Did you spend the night?
no, I drove back.
You just drove immediately back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I didn't plan on staying all that long.
Yeah.
Like something like that usually does. I only went to bet college football week 0 and week 1. And then when I got there were no totals for the games.
Which there are now.
That's
no,
annoying.
No, now there are. Oh, actually, one more I want to give out that I didn't think I was going to be able to give out. I'm going to go under in Braves Tigers. We'll go under 7.5. The game's in a rain delay, so now it looks like it's going to start in 33 minutes. It was supposed to start at 6:40 about 27 minutes ago. So I do like the under in that game, 7.5. Braves Tigers. Tonight we're going to talk about the Major League Baseball award market, obviously, and we'll talk a little bit about Spencer Strider. But he's going tonight for the Braves, and Olsen's going tonight for Detroit. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I actually think Detroit's live tonight in a low-scoring game, but I can't do that to myself against Spencer Strider.